Nice heavy dew this morning. Roof up there is really wet. Ground fog out there. Zoom in, you can see it a little better. Kind of pours down into that little draw. Clouds and a little color to them. So, and yeah, Wally's out there complaining. And I don't know what, yesterday the guy that mows the lawn, well, we never know which one it's going to be. You know, I don't know their names or nothing, but we think it might be the company owner's kid. He's really good. When he left, he pulled up and parked up in here somewhere and was taking pictures. I didn't see him. Ty and Becky said he was taking pictures, like right in where I'm looking. And last night, driveway alarm goes off, and I don't see anything. Then all of a sudden, I can see our neighbor lady, and she's standing right there on the edge of the driveway. And keep in mind, 3 neighbors ago, we had a couple dogs that they always palled with the neighbors' dogs, so that was, you know, common yard for them. And they didn't have a dog. They didn't like our dogs protecting their house, because that's literally what they did most of the time. They didn't bother them or anything. And they said, hey, your dogs are always coming over here. We want to block this off. So you used to be able to walk through right there, and all that used to be open through there. They put a piece of woven wire, goes from that corner post, and I think it only goes to that fir tree behind the pole. So I don't know, I mean, she had to walk around clear up here somewhere. I don't know if they're looking at the woven wire or what. I know there's a maple right there that was brushing the top of the skid steer yesterday. I was like, I have no idea. But there's something there apparently catching people's eyes, because she was in the same, you know, about the same spot he was, taking pictures of something right in there. So who knows? I haven't seen anything yet. Red Man says good morning. Huh, buddy? So does Rainy. Hey, you ran away too soon. There you go. There's the face. Okay. Get my feeding done and go from there. Maybe go pass out. Or just finish the pot of coffee. Little bugger just disappeared. There's a garter snake in that crack. Right there by that little, it's a piece of rock, I think, from the concrete. He's poking his head out right above that. I'm cleaning the top of these off so we can set another row in. As long as he's down there, I'm not going to bother him at all. You can still get in and out of that crack. Kind of looks like it says 21 to me. That means it's 124 years old is when that tie was put under the tracks. Found a date nail. Yeah, those little turd buckets. Last night I don't know which, that one or that one of them that's got them succulents in it. They tore the crap. No, maybe it was that one. They tore the crap out of it, scattered stuff all over. But hey, they left the rest of it alone. I think Ty neglected to put enough water on some of that. So Becky and Ty went to town the other day and bought these fancy step-in posts. I put the posts in yesterday, never got the wire strung. So this morning the wire got strung. I know this little turkey's been out most of the day. I just locked them up because I had to feed the other dogs. Do you think they'd bother to touch that wire? Hell no. It's on the old charger that was in the calf barn. It's nestled in right down there. Just 2 wires poked in the ground for a ground, if you can see that or not. piece of bury wire from there out to here. It's hot. I shoved the shovel up against it earlier. And Becky earlier, oh, we should have got some before and after of this. Well, there's a little bit of video showing some of it. That's what that looks like now. I think they went a little high with that. I would have left that down an inch or so. But they went flush with the top. The part I did is down. Ty and Becky took what was piled up there and broke it up. It was all chunks and lots of roots in it. Lots of roots like those, if you can see them, and some bigger ones. I had to bring 2 scoops of dirt back up to fill this in. And this is all done. So that's quite a ways over, because there was 2 more ties, I think. Or was it 1? I guess it was 1 tie. So came out to about here, and then had a tie on an angle, which would have been that bottom one, but it was, instead of the angle it's at, it was on an angle about like that, which literally put the end of it about there. So I had a lot more driveway. It's always been fun because, you know, I'm in and out of it all the time. But when we used to ship a lot of grain, guys were here from all over the place, all kinds of different trucks. Most of them, they couldn't get out the driveway without getting drug out. The one guy that knew what he was doing, for sure, he was actually kind of a local guy down at Scio, where he was from. So, you know, what, 80 miles away, give or take. He had a 4-axle Freightliner about like mine, and a 4-axle belt trailer, 53 foot. And he says, we're sitting down there looking, and we walked up here together, and I told him, I said, act like you're going to run that tree over. Of course, keep in mind, those lilacs came out to clear in here. And we had them tied back so they weren't hanging out. And I said, act like you're going to hit that one. It's before all that was grown up. Go between those and miss that one. He did it, and he was right about where he was going to spin out. Drivers were about right in there, but the trailer was sitting down here. He backed up enough. I got around him with the 175 and pulled him out. Everything was fine. He just needed enough that his tires didn't try to spin. Once they spin, everything goes sideways, literally. So, should make it a lot nicer. I already noticed one thing. Becky got an Amazon delivery earlier, and those idiots, they'll park. The guys in the vans have gotten better. They'll usually pull up here, back up over here. People in little cars, most of them park clear out here, blocking the whole driveway. And the guy this morning, I watched him on the camera early this morning, parks here, gets out, gets the packages out of the back of his car, closes the back, gets back in with the packages in his lap, and drives up here to drop them off. But usually they park here and then carry them over. It's like, why? I mean, concrete's there for a reason. It's not to look at, it's to use. But the one that showed up after that, they parked over about where I'm standing. And they turned and went, well, I guess it's good for them, right? They don't tear the driveway up because they're not trying to go forward and backward. So anyway, and Ty was tired. She spent the weekend house sitting for a friend, and happens to be near the Hillsborough Airport. She listened to jets all night, a helicopter all night, and idiots drag racing on the street they're on. And I don't know, maybe I worked Becky too hard today. She's laying in bed. I'm going, tractor's still in there. Of course, it is time to feed. I'm just thinking about what to do. I like to have the tractor out of there and in the field, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow. If it rains, I know we're not going to do anything. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to chill out a little bit. Yeah, I just fed the steers. I had well, Becky needed me to move all the dirt that we were taking out up front. Then I brought more back. I put it right on the other side of the Gale manure spreader. Had some sticks in it, some roots in it, whatever. And she told me this morning, hey, just put it there where the one fence post is hanging in the air by the shop, while I still have access to the neighbors that direction. So I just got done doing that. I'll go put the forks back on since they're sitting up there next to Matt's pile of wood. Move a couple other things and show you what I did. There's what I did. I made a mess of the fence. I also pushed that post in a little bit. This was dug out years ago to add on to the shop, and it never happened. Maybe someday, but that happens if all that stuff's out of there. I can get the skid steer through right there. If not, I know a guy with a little bitty mini excavator. He also has a little smaller skid steer too. It's only 5 foot wide instead of 6 foot wide. And yeah, I left a few things hanging here. Doesn't take much to clean them up. A couple of bulbs to relocate. I hate to guess how many are in there. Not going to worry about it. So anyway, that's the day. I kind of figured if it is really going to rain tomorrow, might be an idea to do this, because if it's wet, I can't get out here anyway. Oh look, another bulb. So I planted a bunch of bulbs there yesterday too. And then I got like 3 more. And I planted more over there earlier. So anyway, that's the day. Maybe tomorrow I'll get the tractor out of the shop. Get the tractor out of the shop, and that's a ring off of a old oak barrel. I think I'll cut that and shrink it and weld it to the bottom of that thing, and then that thing will set on top of that stump. Then Becky will have her other planter. That's my plan for that. So anyway, hope you all had a great Sunday, excuse me. Hope everybody has a great Monday. Thanks for watching.